All right, guys, we're going to be diving deep in one of the most important things in Stalker 2, and that is going to be all the different factions that we're going to see that we know so far and could possibly be coming on November the 20th. So let's get started with this. And as you guys know already, if you're going to be in the zone, that's where everything becomes crazy. Everything takes a new life, becomes very difficult. We're going to have three different type of difficulties, normal, and then we have your two other ones, each of them raising a different stake, because the higher you go on a difficulty, the more difficult, of course, the game will get. But with this different type of danger is we're going to have different type of factions that we can ally with. So today what I'm going to be doing is the following: give you guys a quick overview, the behavior of the faction, and also what happens if we are able to ally with them. So the first one we're going to be looking at is the loners. This one is known as a free stalker, very pretty much a neutral type of stalker. The loner are individuals scattered throughout the entire zone. They do not align with any specific group and prioritize personal freedom. Now, what is their behavior? What they typically do is they try to avoid any conflicts with any other faction. And what they do is they emphasize on survival throughout scavenging and trading. So we see them throughout the whole different type of trailers that so far we got to take a look at. And yes, I was able to take a look at them through our preview, which was cool. And they also sometimes work as mercenary for other factions, but maintain their own independence. Players, as you, will be able to join the loners, and you're going to be able to interact with them neutrally. Aligning with the loners is going to suit players who prefer a more solitary and adaptive gameplay type of style. So if you want to go the loner way, there you go. That is one of the factions. Next, we got the duty. This one is a militaristic authoritarian faction that believes it containing and threatens other zones to protect the outside world. And this is another thing in regards to Stalker 2, and that this is why I guess they went the direction of Unreal Engine 5, because it gives the game more life. You could sometimes be with one faction and then all of a sudden you go off and you clear a location and then come back, and guess what? Something happened, and now your area that you clear now is being attacked or being controlled by another faction or two other factions united, which makes it very interesting how the game takes a different life. Now, behavior of the duty faction. They like to seek and destroy zone anomalies and mutants using force, and often come into ideological conflict with the freedom faction. Now, if you're able to interact with them, you're going to align with them, which is going to involve you with combat, heavy missions, defending zones, borders, and potentially clashing with other factions that oppose their strict control measurements. As I'm telling you guys the different factions, let me know and drop it in the comments which of the factions you're going to be allying with. So next one, we got the Monolith. This one is a faction that is a fanatical religious group. They worship the wish granter and the artifacts they believe is a divine thing. So they believe that things like if you find something and you find divine, you bring it, I guess they'll call you a god or something. So their behavior is that they're going to be highly aggressive and dedicated to protecting the wish granter from the outsiders, often seen as the zealots by other factions. If we are able to ally with them, then the Monolite typically represents as a hostile to players. Aligning or interacting with them could involve understanding their deep-rooted belief in facing high-risk conflict. And then we got the freedom one. These are the champion that cause the liberty and opposes any form of external control over the zone. They believe that it is the right to explore the zone freely and oppose the militaristic approach of factions like the duty. So as you're able to see there, the duty and the freedom don't get along. Joining freedom, undertaking different type of missions that are going to emphasize on exploring and resistance, fighting against any faction that seeks to limit access to the zone. And now we got the next one. The bandits are a opportunistic and anarchic element within the zone after engaging in criminal activities. Their behavior, what they like to do is they prey on weaker stalkers. So if you're alone, watch out. Watch out for the bandits. They're no good. In other factions throughout robbery and extortion, their survival tactics are brutal and self-serving. If you are able to go with them, you're going to be able to deal just with them, as a bandit could involve morality gray choices where players might need to negotiate or ally temporarily for mutual benefit. Now we got the mercenaries. These are the professional soldiers of fortune who undertake dangerous missions for the higher bidder. They are a neutral but also motivated by profit, willing to work for anyone who gives them money, in this case, who pays them really well with different things. Now, interacting with the mercenaries could evolve in high-risk missions that offer high rewards. So the higher the risk, the higher the reward, including protection, extraction, and also sabotaging different type of missions that you're going to be able to embark on. So there you go. If you like the mercenary sounds pretty cool. I might just go with that one. Let me know, guys, which one will you be going for? Then we got the colleges. These are scientists sponsored by the government to study the zone unique phenomena. So their main goal is to understand the anomalies and also the artifacts of the zone to potentially use or for mitigation. Now, working with them, the colleges focuses on scientific tasks such as collecting samples, conducting research, also providing a knowledge-based approach to navigating the zone. So if you are into being with the scientists, there you go. This is the class. This is going to be the faction that you want to ally with. I don't know. Not into that. I want to be more like a mercenary. But guess what? This next one, this next one might be a lot of you guys' favorite, and this is the military. This faction represents the official government response to the zone, tasked with maintaining order and security. So just kind of like the Dutch, right? So now, in other words, they enforce strict regulations to prevent unauthorized access to the zone and view as a national security threat. Now, if you're able to ally with the military, it might involve engaging in operations to secure the zone, uphold the law and order, and also clash with any faction or individuals that threaten this stability. Now, being a military faction might have its own benefit, as maybe you'll have more access to weapons than what you would do for other type of classes. So maybe this might be a good idea to go with this faction. And we got a couple more, guys. Couple more. Next, we got the Noon. This is a newer faction consisting of former Monolith member who have broken free from their brainwashing. Haha. So they took the red pill. Now, little is known about their current agenda, but internal conflicts suggesting that the division in their goals and methods. Now, if you're able to go and join them, you're going to be able to get and involve yourself in internal disputes to help and shape the future direction of this faction. Also, if you guys want to check out this other video, check it out. That's going to help you more about different things that are coming in Stalker 2. Now we got the last one, which is the Ward. This is another new faction. It's very unclear their motives, possibly maybe focusing on containment and preservation, but we don't know much at this time, but we're for sure on November the 20th, we'll know more about this faction. Now, behavior. How do they behave? They seem to be adopting to a non-aggressive approach, dealing with the zone's threats, potentially aiming to balance or containing rather than actively exploit or battle. Looks like the Noon and the Ward might go together. Seems like they want to be holding hands and be together with that type of spirit. Then, if we are able to interact with them or join them, the exact nature, of course, this moment is very uncertain because they're pretty much new, but they could offer an alternative method to handle the different challenges within the zone, possibly revealing a deep motives over the time. So there you go. Those are 10 different factions that we might be able to see on October the 20th when the game releases. Let me know in the comment section below which one you're going with, and also check out this other video that is showing up over here about Stalker 2. This one's going to be about everything you need to know before you buy it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next video.